Hello everybody, we are back for the first time in a little while. It has been a while, but we're back with our locals, ready for the event coming on this weekend. And this week I'm joined again with Alex.
Good to be here, thank you for having me.
So everybody, we're going to get quickly into game one because the event's about to get going, and we've got Mono Water versus Mono Fire. We don't see Mono Water too much anymore.
It's been popping up here and there, but yeah, it's certainly after the Realm ban has taken a hit to its popularity.
Yeah, people have been putting the goal bezzers in and things like that. But
I'm interested to see if this is the Goldberg's build or if this is just.
I think it's just straight Mono Water.
Okay.
I don't think they're aware of that. I've told them to get. There we go. They're finally. Yeah, those names are the wrong way around. Switch. Come on, switch button. Where we go. I'm so glad that switch button exists. I know because those are my sleeves on Fish's cards. Not known for playing Mono Fire. Fish isn't, but see how he does with it.
Fish is a man of many talents.
Oh, it just switched the names. It didn't switch the deck names.
Technical difficulties.
Hey, it's not a Cymru Cactuars stream without technical difficulties.
Okay, so it looks like the players have got their opening hands here.
Yeah, I've had a lot of chats with people about the Zac and whether it goes in Mono Fire or not. I don't really like it, but a lot of people seem to swear by it.
I wouldn't say I swear by it, but it certainly has its uses. I think at the moment with MBM being as popular it is, having repeatable board wipes is not something to sniff at.
Yeah, and that's obviously a deck that has won basically every material. It was won every Materia Cup over in Europe, and it's won one now in NA.
Yeah, it's certainly
definitely going to see play.
Europe. I think it's starting to blossom elsewhere now, but I think it's several Materia Cups under its belt, many LQs, lots of top results. So I think if you're planning on playing a competitive tournament, then you should expect to be seeing it pretty often.
It's a weird deck though, because it does really well, but then you see top players also just bottom out with it straight away.
Well, it's a deck that does require some knowledge of how to play it. I wouldn't recommend just picking it up out of nowhere without any games played and expecting to dominate with it. It also kind of lives on having a fair amount of backups in play.
Yeah,
and it does have it has several ways of finding 3+ backups very, very quickly. But if you're slow on the uptake against some decks, you can struggle, and your cards like Pinello just aren't going to be as effective.
So going straight in on a Thord in turn 2, I'm going to be assuming grabbing a Witch, or just more backup ramp.
Binned off a Thornton as well to play it, so that's one less of the potent EX burst that Mono Water has access to.
But not really sure what you really want to do in this matchup for either side. Like Mono Fire's got the efficient way of killing Witch before it hits a board.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting game here because it's two big control decks that are kind of functioning on similar axes. Obviously, Mono Water has a few more monsters generally than Mono Fire, but it's going to come down, I think, to whoever's able to get their backup line first, but also it may well end up coming down to how many cards people have got left in deck.
They both draw quite a lot.
They do. Mono Water, I think, will outdraw Mono Fire, but Mono Fire certainly has plenty of cards that say draw a card.
Draw and kill,
as
opposed to just draw,
Mono Fire also does have some way of interacting with the waters in the monsters in the water deck, with Cloud, Legend Cloud being a prime example.
Yeah, I think you kind of want that Cloud to die so you can keep replaying it.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. It's a bit of a gamble then, because you have to kind of play it in order to kill something like maybe a Marlborough early if it's not cracked straight away, but then you don't really want to just sat around doing nothing.
So Sahagan Chief?
It also has break zone interaction, obviously, if the water player bins a big Leviathan early.
I suppose, I've got there's a Cloud in there and there's the Demon in there as well.
Yeah,
which
if he's playing Demon, that's another way. But here, this is what we're talking about, the monsters. 3 monsters out straight away, including Sahagan Chief,
monsters.
Marlborough, and then a redraw with the Apkalu. And we know he's got the Witch in hand, so deploying any kind of threat early here is going to be risky. But at the same time, you can't just sit there forever.
Oh, we're going to do our own Goblin shenanigans.
More monsters. I think Fish is going to shortcut and play all 3 monsters by the looks of it. All 3 monsters, and the final one searching for the 4th backup in Princess Goblin. I've
always been toying with putting the 1-drop haste one back in.
It does see, or has seen play back in the days. It can catch some people off guard, especially if you're playing cards like Demon that also have those attack triggers.
It's always that time when you draw the Princess Goblin, you're like, well, my 3rd Goblin's not getting me anything now.
Yeah, that's true. And Fish up to 5 backups. So Fish is able to get up to 5 backups and have these 3 monsters in play very quickly. So a great couple of turns for Fish.
Yeah, Keeley, all of Ash's
Still
monsters
got 3 cards in hand.
haven't really been the ones that draw cards.
Ash here, though, not to be deterred, plays a Merwib, and he gets that third counter on Sahagin Chief, which can be a bit of a roadblock, can save your own stuff. He's going for the Lena here, and also remove any kind of threats for a turn or two.
Yeah, so we're sat on Lena and Witch in hand, plus the mysterious third card.
So Ash is certainly on the way to setting up, but it's going to depend, I think, now on how Fish wants to approach the next turn or two, because you know that Witch is in hand. Do you try and sneak something in and try and bait it out and try and wear down these monsters early, or do you kind of hold, you sit until you find something like an Amaterasu to kind of get ahead of it? There's a few options for Fisher. And crucially now he's on those 5 backups. Ash has got to be thinking about Montleonis from the break zone coming out at some point in this game. He knows he's got a Jekt, a Zac, and a Ward in terms of forwards in the break zone. So there's already stuff that can come out and
good
come
Montleonis
out
turn.
to play. Yeah.
I'm not sure if he did draw on the Apkallu. I would assume he did, but it's gone on a bit too far to be able to go and
I assumed he did.
verify now. But I will have a look at that one afterwards.
Okay, 3 CP being tapped here.
Wooklimat.
No,
Oh,
it's gonna be a
Minwu.
Minwu.
We've still got
Cards,
cards in hand though, so we're not doing anything with it.
Minwu's usually a quote-unquote combo piece with said Montleonis. So
If it
Fish-
dies here, it dies.
well, this is the thing.
like-
Fish might be thinking that this is almost kind of an easy play, because if it dies, that's kind of where you want it to be anyway for Mont later. It's going to force Ash to answer it at some point, because it's
Yep.
going to start to do some damage. So here's Yargrosh, and there's the Witch.
Hagrosh's not really doing anything in this matchup.
No, it's not really for this matchup, but it's still a potent kind of backline piece to have against certain strategies.
You always want it in the deck.
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
some matchups you look at it and go, okay.
It's just it's just
It's a 2 CP backup,
do
yeah.
nothing backup, but having those backups very important in this deck.
Yeah, because I was surprised chatting with Ash at the weekend where it was like the
Okay. So
0 cost backup for water is only at 1 of in the deck.
Ash
Bouncing the
opting to
Witch.
crack his Sahagin Chief to put the Witch back in his hand in response from Ifrit there.
Camera will just pause temporarily because I realised that autofocus has turned back on and it bugs me.
Brilliant. There we go.
There we go. It should stop doing that focusing now.
A nice little tempo play there for Fish. The Ifrits in this day, he's got 2 in the break. Very repeatable thanks to 5 CP Terror, both as an EX and just a forward on its own.
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of times where people just 5k on both because the Goblin will finish it off and the Terror gets you
Exactly, yeah.
another card back.
Very, very powerful card in this deck.
I remember disliking it when it came out. I was like, the old one just was so good because
Well,
it buffed them all by 2.
Yeah, I remember when I read it the first time, I didn't realise it was also on break.
leaves.
I was like, oh, okay. Oh,
As-
no. And then you play against it and go, oh, I can't actually do anything.
Well, as we've seen here, where some people are like,
It's-
oh, I'm at it, and the opponent goes,
okay.
okay.
Absolutely fine. And there's Cloud, we were talking about earlier, and those are two big
That might be
Leviathans.
both. I don't know if Ash plays it at 3.
Yeah,
I know
some,
a lot
some
of decks
lists
are at
play
2.
3, a lot play 2, so that could be pretty dangerous. It's a weird one because it's not a card you often cast. Cost 9, big play. But also, if you're cognizant that your opponent has access to cards like Cloud and like Demon, it might be worth holding.
You
Obviously,
want to sit on one,
obviously
yeah.
hindsight's 20/20 here, and maybe it was the best discard at the time. But you have to be cognizant of decks that can remove your break zone, especially if it's going to be an integral part of your late game strategy,
Yeah.
like it usually is in this matchup.
Because that's the thing, if both of those are gone now, that's a
Leonard's-
big game plan
Leonard's,
that's missing.
Can still reanimate things maybe like an Ash or something like that, but it's certainly not the.
Going in on the Schultz, I've been quite happy with this new card.
It's a nice little neat backup for
Set up
water
3 your
decks.
top 3 cards.
Nice little EX burst.
Yep.
Gets into 5 backups as well now.
Remember what? So like, I'm trying to think where Ash really goes from here because you're not drawing the monsters to get another good Witch going off.
Yeah, that's the problem with the versions. Obviously now Realm's been banned, but if you don't have cards like Golbears that are easy to find monsters, you're kind of just relying on drawing them. And the deck does have like a lot of draw power.
Well, every
so
time you draw a monster, it's almost always drawing
Exactly.
you another card.
Yeah, exactly. But you still have to have that kind of churn going that the deck has lost a bit of now that Realm has been banned.
But no passing on 5 in hand. So clearly, just wanting to react a bit more to Fish, I think. And you're
Yeah.
quite happy to take the damage. You've got a reasonable amount of EX.
Yeah, he's not under insane pressure at the moment. You can take a couple of hits.
because even a Montleonis turn's not threatening lethal.
No,
like,
but you've got to be wary of that now that you don't really have much in the way of onboard defense.
yeah,
Fish
if you go to
already
3 or
has 2
4,
forwards out, and those goblins also represent
removal.
of a blocker if you've got one. So things are looking pretty good for Fish here, I think. He's got the 5 backups. He's kind of got everything he wants, really.
Yeah, and his break zone is filled with a 3-drop and a 5-drop whenever he needs to go.
Exactly, yeah. So he's going to come in here with the Minwu. Or is he tapping? No, I think he's activating the ability.
Yeah, if you tap, it just does 10k to all your opponent's forwards, so probably not not doing that.
I get those effects mixed up always. So he's come in, he's taking a point of damage, and the Cloud's going to come in for the 3rd point of damage. So
no EX burst, though, from the looks of it.
No, it's a bit unfortunate here. You know, the deck, I think, usually plays around 15 or so, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less sometimes. But he's going to pass the turnover after playing a Wooklamat just as more pressure. Nothing to kill here, but Fish does have lethal now with Montleonis in play.
I think a lot of people forget about that bottom Minwu effect. They're just like, yeah, tap, discard 3, and they go, I've lost.
Siren now. Siren's an interesting one. We haven't seen Siren for a while. Bit of an annoying card for certain formats past.
Yeah, I think Mono Fire kind of just has the answer though with the Amaterasu.
Yeah.
If you're desperate, but the goblins are looking at it going, well, we can't kill you.
Yeah. So this and there's a witch now. Going to draw a card off, having the Apkalu in play. So the witch here represents removal of either Wook or Minwu at least.
I think we're just thinking from Fish's side at the moment. So Amaterasu the draw.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, you can sack the Apkalu here, but you're only taking out a Wook or a Minwu, and I don't think Fish really cares either way.
Yeah, it also means that the future witches,
there's another one.
This one would mean that you wouldn't draw a card as well.
Oh, we got another Ami!
Oh, the second Ami!
Oh no!
Fish just has it all today.
That is a pun. Has he got a third? Has he got the 3rd witch? No. Okay, there's Tross.
He's playing a Tross. But he's down to 1 card in hand. But that Tross can become a forward.
But this Siren cannot block.
Not profitably, at least. So see if Fish is going to go for it here, or if he's going to try and bide his time a little bit more.
Selfie obviously threatens the trade up unless he taps it incorrectly.
Looks like he's just going straight for it, which I can't fault if I'm honest. It's blood in the water here.
Yeah, it was a shame because if the Cloud wasn't on field, he'd have lethal now because he could have got rid of the Tross as well as trying to take out the Siren. But I think,
well, he can gamble on taking it out with the ward here at least. And he has.
Well, you've got no removal for the Tross here, but the Siren's, even if the ward doesn't kill it, the Siren's going down to the Zac here.
Yeah. Oh, this is also just a huge amount of pressure that even if he's not winning the game this turn, it's going to be very difficult.
Oh, you have to board wipe, which Mono Water does not have.
No, especially not now. Those Leviathans have been removed from the break zone.
Oh yes, it still has Sample on it. I love these starter cards. So it's taking 5k.
Yep.
It's taking 4k. No, Zac. Zac will resolve after the Montleonis resolves.
Montleonis is one effect.
Yep. But it's going to have haste from the Montleonis anyway, so that Siren's going down regardless. But it's when you flip not a forward, isn't it?
It's attacking 5 times here, offering the fist.
Well, it didn't get cancelled because it flipped to Leviathan. No EX burst. No EX burst.
I think he's
you
still
need to
gambling
gamble
a little bit. Yeah,
yeah.
No
Now
EX burst at all is
because the Tross blocks
rough.
1 and then work them out for game. That was
quite brutal there. Monofire, that's really showing what the game plan is for Monofire. You know, it can obviously it's more of a control deck, but it can play these aggressive turns like that.
But, I mean, having double Ami for the double witch is quite a big swing there.
I think even if one of the witches survives, it's really only kind of treading.
There was only one
treading water, if you'll excuse the pun. There's only one monster there. It's not a Marlborough either, so. And you're also only killing something that will have more impact if it was to come back off a Montleonis there.
Yeah, you're only killing a 3-drop, which comes back for.
The 3-drop has already done damage as well, so it's Yeah,
the fact that Minwu came in, did nothing, and then dealt 2 points of damage.
I think Ash needed to see more of his engine come online. Obviously, losing the Leviathans there was pretty rough. Means that you just without something like a couple of Ashes. And again, EX bursts would have helped there. The EX bursts in Mono Water.
Well, we saw no blue worms either.
No,
just did not get the monster ramp that game.
He was just hurting for the churn, the draw power that this deck has.
But yeah, I'll pause that one there. Might be able to grab them for an interview. But otherwise, we'll be back shortly. All right, I'm joined with the winner of that round. Fish deciding to be on the playing end of the table nowadays.
Well, I haven't been in a while.
Last time you were on the playing end of the table as well.
I did, and I beat Connor.
You did.
Not saying
Stream's
I'm,
a blessing.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm good at the game. Fucking great at the game.
But every time you're on stream, you seem to win.
Undefeated on stream, baby.
Yeah. Why, is that true?
No, that's not true
I was
entirely.
going to say, pretty sure we did some lunch stream games where I've beaten you.
Lies and propaganda. But yeah,
That was an interesting game. You both have a game plan, kind of like getting to 5 backups.
Oh yeah.
But you did it a bit quicker.
Well, I was just saying to Alex actually, it was like I didn't mind double discarding for that extra backup because I knew I was just going to go straight into those goblins the next turn. But yeah, I was not worried. I had Ifrits coming out my ears.
I mean, the double Amat on the double witch was quite significant there, I think.
Well, I knew he had the one, and I was like, well, I might as well leave these 2 up. I was just playing forwards with no targets because I had...
What's the thing where you've played Minwu, and you don't really care if it dies, because Montleonis just replays it, but also it's just going to punch him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I ended up playing like the Wook Lamat as well. I was like, well, at least it's got the attack trigger, so I'll just put it out now and hope. But yeah, I enjoyed that game. Someone else did not, but...
Yeah, the Cloud removing the double lev as well, so just like never getting a Lena Leviathan turn.
As soon as I saw it, and Ash said the moment he did, he went, that was a mistake, and I was like, give me a Cloud.
Top deck the Cloud, please.
Yeah, it was, and the fact that it can break a monster as well, like, oh, you got a Malboro, that's cute, you know. But yeah,
because you forced that Sahagan Chief out quite early as well, with having to bounce the first witch. And it was okay.
Yeah, that's why I knew exactly he had the one, so I kept the one Amat, and I drew another. I was like, well, I got 2 spare CP and a bunch of cards in my hand that I'm struggling to play because I got no targets.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, you both ramped pretty quick. You were a bit quicker, but Ash just didn't see his monster engine. It just barely drew any of them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't really sure what to expect without the realm these days.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing the Gold Bears. He may be, but like that's been the kind of replacement. But now again, the deck's just it needs to draw what it needs, as opposed to it doesn't just go turn 2, play realm. Here's 2 monsters. I've drew 2 cards back. Like now, it actually has to play a bit slower and draw a lot more of its cards. But then you do see games where they play all 3 blue worms early, and you go, there's my ammo.
Yeah. I will say the one thing I am struggling with in that fire deck that you lent me is the Zac. Because I keep thinking, oh, it might have haste, and I'm like sat there going,
it's got to have 3 forwards to have.
I've
they've got to have
killed everything.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
It's more in there. I think it initially was put in for Gull Wings because it was a nice Gull Wings answer, because you just go, take 10k. There's nothing you can do about it. And then like Gigawall as well. It's like, oh, you got S this.
Yeah, sure.
Non-target damage. And normally the turn it's coming in, it's doing that double hit, because you're either playing it where they've got enough forwards, or you're playing it off Montleonis, so it's got haste anyway. So it's kind of that thing.
So that's where I'm kind of at with it. It was like I'm usually putting it into the break zone early,
which is I think what you want to do.
Yeah. But then also alongside it, just in case something like the Terror or something like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, great deck. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Thanks.
Yeah, I just copied an online one, but they were on 3 Zac, and I was like, I don't think it needs to be at 3.
Definitely.
If a lot of people locally were playing Gull Wings or playing Gigawall, I can see the argument. But I think with the variety of stuff we play, it's not a card I'm desperate for. But
Sure.
2 is enough that you're going to see it when you need it, or it's in the break zone when you need it.
Yeah. Well, I for one will definitely be asking you for the list because I think it's great, and
Sure.
I will definitely build it. Cause
I just copied an LQ or a Materia Cup one and just make some changes that I prefer.
I think I saw that one as well, and I was looking at it, and because I just been so busy, just didn't get a chance to build it. But
yeah, because I keep doing an Amanabat, putting Zeramus back in, but I'm like, there's just so much non-target removal. He's just not that great.
True.
And I don't know what you cut, because the forward list of that is already tight. Like the only tech slot I think the deck has, in my opinion, is the Rogue Tomato.
Yeah, I keep struggling to find a way, find the time that I want to play that card. Usually, I suppose it's nice when...
It's a nice 4k ping to start your turn off.
Yeah.
Is kind of the way that it goes.
It would have been nice had I seen it in that game, for example, where obviously I'm just playing stuff for the sake of playing stuff. It would have been good to get that out.
Yeah, because then it's just a 6k monster that hits them every turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it before it does, but it's very much one of those cards that it's never been key. So like it is a slot that I think is quite open. But I think a lot of the deck is pretty sold in now.
Yeah, well, There you go, folks. You may not see my glorious face on the screen all that much these days.
He's a mono fire player now, not a monks player.
Nah, I still got monks. Don't be silly. monks is still best.
Nah. When we get new ones?
Well, I'm getting a new wall this set, which fits the game plan. So
Yeah. Is it better than the wall that you're playing though?
yes.
That bins 2 and.
Oh, no, because that's
Oh yeah,
War
it's
of
wall,
Light.
not War of
Yeah.
Light, isn't it?
So the wall I'm playing is the 3-drop one, which is technically a monk, but it doesn't do anything to like advance my board. It's just to protect my guys.
Well,
And
that's pretty important, isn't it?
I don't need to protect my guys.
Okay.
Though. I don't care if they die. I just sack them to Ursula anyway, and then I play more
We
of
need to
them.
keep your Ursula alive.
Well, that's fine. She usually, like, even if she dies, I can play more of it. That's great. And so just having the extra ammo and then an extra way to
Alright.
get.
You're gonna have to start taking monks to events. Show them off.
Honestly, if I could go to an event where I've never played that deck against anyone in the room, I think I could do well with it.
Well then travel.
Nah.
That's the thing. If you're only gonna play locally, then you're gonna play people that know the deck.
No, I know. I'm old and tired and my bones ache and
Oh come on, he's not that old.
man, I'm closer to middle age. I'm closer to 40 than I am to bloody 30 these days.
Well,
So yeah.
I think we'll wrap this one up here after you getting to talk about your old age, and we'll be back shortly. I expect with round 2. Yeah, you can't. I gotta help him up now. We'll be all back shortly.
Catch you later.
All right, we're back with round 2. This time Mono Fire versus MBM.
Yeah. So a deck that we discussed a little bit last round, if you were with us, in MBM, kind of been taking Europe by storm, winning several Materia Cups.
The Boogeyman deck, I think.
Yeah, in a way. I think there's a certain sentiment around it, but I wouldn't say that it's like a tier 0 deck. I don't think it's necessarily even the,
It's just up there in the tier 1 decks.
It's definitely one of the best decks. Maybe it's the best deck, but I don't think there's a huge gulf between it and anything else.
I think it just like loses to the mono decks, which obviously we're seeing now. But
yeah,
they're just not really seeing play. Like Earth died off, and then MBM kind of just popped back up.
I think that's part of the difficulty for the bad matchups for MBM. When we talk about mono fire, mono wind, mono earth as having pretty good games against MBM, they do suffer against a lot of the rest of the meta.
Yeah. So like they kind of disappeared, and then MBM just took that spot.
Yeah, I think mono fire has a decent spot right now.
I mean, Ifrit killing 2 of the forwards because it kills Fran and Pinello is so effective.
Zach is good, Ifrit is great. All of its cards basically just say delete, a forward.
Ben going straight into Clive in hand, I think, is a good call here. Ready to start removing.
Morgan with a pretty good turn here, though, for turn 1. That classic Mont Blanc into Hurdy play, going to shoot it up Pinello.
The only way it's better is if he does have a horn in hand and a water card, because then you play 3 backups. You finish with
fabled 3 backup turn 1.
Yeah,
which is what this deck wants to be doing as many.
Yeah, because then your Ash is on curve so well turn 2, and he does. It's a draw card.
3 backups with a bunch of gas in hand, including that Pinello that we know about. So perfect start really for Morgan here. Ben's going to have to play a little bit of catch up.
Yeah, hello everybody. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Hope the stream is running okay. It was earlier, and if they're let us know where you're tuning in from.
Ben going for a goblin here.
Well, I think the goblins are pretty good as well, because 2 goblins kill a lot of the smaller stuff, or all 3 goblins take out the Ash.
But he's going straight for the backup here, which I don't really blame him for. I think considering the speed of which Morgan's come out of the gates here, I think he really needs to get his backup game online as well.
Well, it's the same with the humans, right? Like the humans cast the backup 4 are also taking out something on entry.
Like I said, the majority of this deck just says delete a character on it, or delete a forward specifically.
So there's a no-no and a Pinello in Morgan's hand, and an extra card. I'm not sure what it is, but I think you're
Ben passing here.
Unless you're worried about the Ami here, but that is most of Ben's hand. I think you're just hashing straight away.
If I'm playing a Pinello and it gets Ami'd, I'm more than happy.
Well, I think you do the Ash.
Or the Ash,
because then that's going into the Pinello,
and here it comes.
I think we're going straight into the Ash.
The custom card for MBM.
This is probably like the only good LB they've printed in a while, and purely because it works with this one deck.
It's the most specific LB that they've printed in a long.
I think it probably is the most specific LB they've printed.
Which I think it's an interesting design space for the LB deck. That it's not just a bunch of powerful or incidental effects that say draw a card or dull or freeze a character. Having something that actually is getting a no-no here off the Ash.
Grabbing the spare no-no. I would have maybe grabbed the Bash or the Balthier, but because I know he's got no-no in hand, but maybe he wants to have the thought of he's got 2.
I think maybe he's thinking about Amaterasu as well, the insurance behind that, and having the second one. Here's the Pinello.
Oh, whenever my opponent Ami's the no-no, I'm just like, okay.
That's part of the strength of the.
Is this a miss?
I
know it's Van and
Backnami.
Sure.
There. Well, that's part of the strength of the MBM deck is that it's very redundant.
You need to play another forward here though to get Pinello online.
He does, but also it's not the end of the world because Ben isn't rushing out forwards. He's I think Morgan is probably quite happy getting up to higher number of backups. He's presenting threats here that do need to be answered.
Yeah, but I think Clive Ifrit now just deletes both.
It can. But if you're able to then untap and then play another Pinello, then it's dealt with pretty easily. So it's going to depend on what Morgan's got access to here. He also has access to the second Ash as well if he needs it.
Yeah. I think that's the most awkward bit about it.
And also, if Ben does go for Clive Ifrit here, that is a lot of resources only on 2 backups.
Yeah.
In a deck that does want to get out to 5 backups itself. He's going to play a ward here to take out the Pinello.
So shoot for 7.
Ditching a Wuklam, another really good card in this matchup for Mono Fire.
But then if you can get into 5, like you want it to come in off the Mon.
Absolutely,
Yeah, Ash. I've had this conversation this weekend about Ash. Is like, would I prefer it if Ash was a main deck card? And I think I would, because you're not limited to 2 then.
You are, but also it's.
But being able to
just
play
being
it
able to play it
want.
whenever you need it is kind of busted, really.
Well, we're going empty-handed, so we can.
Ifrit.
Yeah, it's doing the 10k because
Yeah.
you've got 5 characters.
Clive will draw 2 cards here, though.
That's the thing, yeah.
Let's see if we hit any EX burst. There's plenty in the deck. Doesn't hit. He hits a
Balthier.
Balthier, which is usually the kind of game ender for the MBM deck.
Yeah, that's the thing. People were always like, "Oh, I got rid of all the Pinellos. Like, I'm fine now." And you go, play Balthier for 2, dull your board. And they go,
That's the thing. You know, there's a lot of kind of low power forwards in this deck, which, you know, the deck does need some foil.
if they were all like 8Ks.
Balthier, however, kind of bucks that trend. He's the 9k that often costs 2 because he's coming in off Fran's ability, and then he represents a huge amount of damage very early on.
Is the fact as well that he gives any forward haste? Like the amount of times I've given an LB Leo haste with him.
Yeah.
Because it just says choose a forward.
Another Ash here. Not a great hit. He's having to take the
dinosaur. It's a good blocker though.
It is.
Trades into the Ifrit.
But
I think this Ash is probably dying
he was
straight
probably
away.
looking for
Another
a little
Pinello.
bit more gas, like another.
Oh, no, there is a
he has
Pinello
got
in
Pinello in hand, so it's going to see if he.
You just Pinello into no-no here, right?
I think probably yes, because that deals with. Oh, he's gone for a Fran instead. He's going to get
gets
back
back
a
no-no.
no-no. Okay. Well, that no is now free, so it's going to come in and kill.
You have to kill the Clive,
which represents either removal or card draw, which is the 2 things that Ben really wants in this situation.
Is he thinking of Amat, or is it just... Yeah, it's
no,
gone.
he's going to pass here, though, so he's saving that Pinello.
See, I maybe would have played it.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a temptation there, too, because you can get your value off it and kill the ward if you want.
Yeah.
But there is also the danger that if Ben does have something like another Clive and is able to kind of pick off that one, you've already seen one Pinello, you don't want to run out. You have decent board presence here already. Fran's going to die.
Security officer doing 5k? I forget that it's got another effect.
The hidden mode.
Security officer, it does just do 5k? Yeah.
And
then
his jet to fight the Ash.
See, if he had tapped the back Nami instead of the horn, he could have made that Ash trade. But leaving the no-no alive, which is what you want to
Absolutely,
do.
yeah. Once that no-no comes in, he's taking that.
You block and let it,
Absolutely taking that block all day.
As soon as you've got a spare one, you're like,
absolutely.
Yep, 100%. So I think you just want a Pinello.
I think
and
it's
no-no,
time for Pinello
right?
now to restart. He's going to play Gurdy, which is going to bring back something. Another one
Get
of
back
these
no-no or get back Pinello.
busted backups this deck has access to. Fran, yeah.
Because Fran's just an extra forward that's costing you 1, basically. Every time you discard a no-no to play Fran, you're just like, I feel great.
You feel like you're cheating. And there it is. So he's going to come in and eat the eject. And another pass. He's still holding that Pinello.
I guess Ben's not going
We've
wide
only got
enough
one
to
card in
warrant
hand
it.
anyway,
And
but you could have sequenced to play it. But
VV popping the Fran, though.
you do have to be aware, like this mono fire deck, a Pinello is almost never surviving the turn.
What do you mean that 5k is loads?
There it is.
There she
Okay, so
is.
now it's time to reload.
And we've got 6 active forwards, so you can do it twice.
There's
6 active
Van,
characters.
Fran, and another Fran. So another Fran, nice pickup here.
Yeah, forget that was only the first Fran we've seen. It's just died
So
twice because of
second
Gurdy.
Pinello, second Fran now, and the second no-no.
Is it the second no-no? Because you got it back both times, I think.
That's true. I can't quite see the break zone, but it's the second time it's been played at least. He's also got Una in hand.
Yeah.
There it is.
But if you haven't got Miwa, it makes the deck a bit harder to utilise her.
It does, but Ben does have 4 backups. But
You're paying through this Una easily.
Absolutely. And so damage is going to happen here. Here comes the no-no.
Don't hit.
Oh, it's a terror.
That's quite rough because you're just grabbing the Ifrit.
There's an Ifrit that is going to be able to kill both the Pinello and
the Una. And that Una's, once that Una's gone, it's gone.
There it is, yeah. Worst case scenario, really.
You tax it, Ben's going to have to discard a card.
Which I still think he's happy to do.
Yeah, it's a double kill here.
Yeah. So it's, 3 CP to kill 2 very
discard
impactful
another Ifrit,
forwards.
though.
Yeah, well, that's got to be scary for Morgan. If you're discarding one of the best cards in this matchup.
It's like, what else does he have? What is he keeping?
Have you got in your hand?
He's not keeping the card that double kills my forwards.
At that
What's
point,
going
I'm
on?
scooping my cards up. Okay, so I think here's the 5th backup now, which is a human. So it's going to draw a
deal
card
7,
and deal 7 to the no-no.
Might just be zacking here to finish it off, or just pop the goblin.
There's certainly a temptation just to leave the no-no there, though. I think it depends on whether Ben thinks he can run Morgan out with them.
Yeah, I think Ben's got enough gas to keep going for that, because Morgan doesn't have the Ash to...
You also currently don't have any forwards anyway, Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not under insane pressure to suddenly get comboed out by a Balthier turn. And removing the no-no here would be 1 less damage if Morgan finds it.
Yeah, and that Ash is never rebuilding a board anymore because we've seen both.
Exactly, yeah. So we've seen 2 Pinellos go as well, so Morgan running out of kind of gas.
Only the Frans are really getting them back now unless we crack the Gerties.
Exactly. But like we said, this isn't, this is a difficult matchup for
Phoenix it away.
For MBM because the efficiency of the removal of Monofire is a little bit too much.
Double discard Culinaria. Oh no, Kukaspel and Culinaria.
Yeah, it's a Kukaspel there.
I suppose Phoenix is pretty good in this matchup as well because No cannot kill it.
It's Fran.
Probably grabbing Pinello. Yeah, you have to. Paying 3, flip 5.
See what we find. There's Hoodie and Odin.
No.
Another no. Van.
I think you're probably taking the no here. Although I don't hate the Van if you can just do it for some discarding.
Yeah.
To draw 2.
It's another way of trying to get back into the game with card advantage. But not having any forwards to play, the ideal turn there would have been able to play, if Ben had a forward, play the no, kill it, and then you also have your Pinello activation up as well. But
I always neglect that Van, but then when you play him with Balthier, he's actually really scary when he's dulling twice and attacking.
He's definitely not the most straightforward card to kind of get going because on its own, if you're drawing that on turn 1 or 2, it's really not doing that much.
Problem is, it reads really well, but when you're playing the game, he's always the last card you ever want to play.
But it also represents, kind of burst damage with that Balthier that we talked about earlier on that can kind of end the game.
Yeah, the amount of times I've done him and Balthier in the same turn is he has haste now.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, it's 3 points of damage.
Brilliant, yeah.
So, but Ben should have enough removal here. We can obviously Vincent if we want to, but any forge you play here is getting taken out in response. So I guess it just depends on what removal you have.
Go for Zach.
Or we're just saying we're going to sack the Zach if you ever tap.
Well, this is the thing. I think if you're playing...
double finish.
So
by Zach.
Trading off an LB, cheap LB card for a very impactful card like Pinello, plus that Goblin that's just been sitting around for the entire game.
As long as that Fran stays there now, he has to draw the 3rd Pinello.
So there's a Kushlane and a Balthier there. So the Balthier can come
another
in.
no, but it's not doing anything.
So there is potential for some burst damage here, but the fact that Ben's only on 1 damage, Leo here, means that your Balthier turn kind of exposing it just for doing 1 or 2 damage.
Morgan, you're tapping down the wrong ones. That's better.
There we go.
You want to leave the back Nami up, in my opinion, because it's removal.
Yeah. It's tricky because it depends on whether or not you think that Ben is going to Mont Leonis next turn or not.
Yeah, but I'd still want to leave double lightning up because of the...
the 3rd Pinello.
So he drew it, I think, off the Leo.
There's a bash there.
I think you have to take the bash here.
Well, it's the only card that you don't currently have.
Another Miwa going to the bottom. I don't think we're seeing Miwas this game.
No.
I think each time we've just seen them cycled back down to the bottom.
Well, now the unit's gone, I think they're not quite as impactful. Obviously, worked very well with Pinello.
Yeah. But he's not hitting he's not ramping up.
But also,
forwards.
Ben, exactly. Ben's not playing a wide game here at the moment, so the Pinello is not quite at its strongest. Here's Balthier coming off.
So paying it for 2,
off Fran.
At what point do you think he does a Mont Leonis? Do you reckon it's now?
Well, I think it could be now. It's going to depend on how threatened he is by this board, really.
Because Ben is potentially taking 3 points of damage here, although I imagine just 1, because I think only the Balthier can swing in.
Yeah, so the Balthier has haste.
But that Phoenix will just animate in response to any of the other 2?
It can, but you've also then got the Pinello activation. So if Ben tries to...
Not if she attacks.
No, but you...
That's the thing, neither the Pinello or the Fran can then the Fran can't attack.
The haste to
yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. The Leo is irrelevant.
He should have given it to the Leo. But I'm pretty sure he picked the Pinello, so he cannot attack here.
Right. But yes, you can then try and... you're just going to get the free damage in and off the Leo rather than trick Ben into trying to block, but Terra here obviously now going to get back.
1 drop it for it, please.
The best card in the matchup. Absolutely brutal swing, 1 CP taken.
Does Terra trigger off of you putting it to break zone?
I believe so, yes. It's just whenever it goes to the break zone. Or I'm not sure if it's Lee's play. I have to double check the text, but yes, you can Yeah, always put it to the break zone. So you can Ifrit your own thing.
Get a summon back off of the second Terra. I'm not sure because I will need to wait for the stream to catch up. Then she goes.
The Terra's killed. Yes,
he does grab
the
the Ifrit back. Yep. Cool.
But yeah, Ifrit Terra loops in this matchup just feel horrific for.
Well, it's also like you play Terra, they go kill it, and you go, all right,
it's coming back.
Bet.
Yep. I will say Morgan's not completely out of the game. You know, he's not under a great deal of pressure, but he also needs to start applying the pressure of his own. I think what he now starts to want to look for is cards like the dual element lightning to try and get in some cheap shots.
Well, this Van could start doing that because I assume he's leaving the Gertie up to do the break on the Phoenix if needed.
Yes, and then once you've done a couple of chip shots with the lightning, you can have a Balthier turn to kind of close the door.
Yeah, because that Balthier can definitely steal games.
Absolutely.
But Ben, we know he's got that Ifrit in hand, so I don't think that Van is resolving.
Well, at worst, you can draw 2 cards off it.
Yeah.
So you're still, still getting some value out of it. But yes, I agree that it's always a tricky one. Here's Bash.
So I assume we want to give the Bash haste off of the Balthier here.
Let's see what he goes for.
I do really like that Bash. It's back to being a one-of in my deck.
Yeah, it's a card that wasn't seeing play in certain builds that have been doing well in Europe. There's a few other people that kind of snuck it back in.
Yeah, see, I don't like the Vopal Bunny. Because I'm like, when half of my deck is forwards, I don't like a 50-50 chance of removal.
There's certainly arguments for both. There's the Ifrit there.
It's doing 10k, so Morgan could discard to save it.
Does he have an NBN card? He's going to read to
just checking it over. Is it worth a discard?
No. I think that is the other thing with Bash, is that it is just a big dude. Like, a lot of the other MBM cards usually accrue you some kind of value, and Bash doesn't.
Well, when I was playing it at 3, I definitely felt a lot better into the mono fire matchup because it was here's a big dude that you cannot kill.
This is definitely the kind of card that you want for matchups like this.
But when it's a one-of, it's a bit rougher.
When there are games that are much more about kind of attrition and impact of your forwards, I think that it may be less of an important card.
Yeah, so Ifrit taking out the Van here.
He's going to discard to crack the Gertie and attempt to
So we do take the Ifrit out here.
Yeah.
Because the Gertie goes beforehand, which now it will fizzle.
Yes.
Does Gertie go to break zone if it doesn't break the target?
I believe the break is part of the cost, if I'm correct.
No, it goes at the end.
Oh, excuse me.
Gertie. Choose on forward your opponent controls if the cost is equal to less than the number of characters, break it, and Gertie. I don't think Gertie goes. Oh no, because it'll be 2 targets. I'm going to quickly look at the FAQ, because this is one that I feel like they would have answered. If the chosen forward becomes invalid during resolution, it's not invalid. Chosen forward, yeah, it is invalid because it's
that Gertie should
not
still be
enough
there.
number. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that cleaned up then. Make sure that Gertie still is in play. Kushlane going to damage there. There's a lot of the experts in the MBM deck, mostly the summons, Odins, Kushlanes, and even 6 Leviathan is starting to creep into some lists as well. We saw that in some of the European Materia Cups over the last couple of weeks. So there we are, rectified. So Gertie is returned.
That does just put Morgan in a slightly. He has an extra backup. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one there.
Here's what we were talking about earlier with the lightning is going to come in. So drawing my card and get a point of damage in. Ben's got to be careful now because this will put him on 4 damage, and it's very feasible for MBM to snipe those 3 remaining points of damage. Miwa has been drawn, finally.
Yeah, but what does it do?
So his hand is currently the 6-drop Leviathan, which I just mentioned, and Odin, which can kill the Ifrit.
Oh, Morgan's still playing the 6 Lev in this.
Well, I think it popped up in.
It was one of the
top playing decks in, I believe it was Milan.
Yeah,
over the last couple of weeks.
I don't think Morgan's playing the Irvines though. I'm not sold on the Irvines being in the deck. Although they are good for the mirror.
Yeah, I think that's why they're in there. His Odin removing 6, then to cost 3, going to kill that Ifrit that Gertie failed to.
But Gertie lived. He was like, I want to do this.
Good, he did survive. And here comes lightning.
That's damage 4. Yeah, Balthier could very much steal the game here.
Yeah, so Ben's got to be thinking about Montleonis now and try and get himself back in the driving seat here.
What comes in off the Montleonis, though?
I think he's got all sorts of... we saw a few things earlier, didn't we? We saw...
so Wooklamat's definitely in there, as is Ward.
Yeah, Terra's in there as well.
I suppose you just play the Terra and leave the F1 CP for it up.
Yeah, I mean, getting back a Terra here doesn't seem terrible to me at all.
Because you usually don't have to swing with that Terra, you can just leave it up as a blocker and go,
Yeah.
oh no, I got another summon back.
Absolutely.
Definitely, MBM's holding out definitely a lot better against this matchup than I originally thought.
Feeling at the button there. Yeah, well, that's part of the strength with the MBM is it is resilient. You know, even in its bad matchups, it can still still hang. Especially when you kind of come out the gates so fast as Morgan did in this game with those 3 backups.
It's just Morgan keeps tapping the wrong backups.
And they all do very different things, to be fair.
Yeah, but the Backnami's like the Backnami and the Gurdy are the 2 that should be up here. Like Mont Blanc just does 4k to something.
Yeah.
I'd rather the Breaker 3 or less.
And here's the prophesized Montleonis.
Yeah.
So we can see there's plenty of juice in that bin.
But you don't really want to
bin
swing
juice.
out here, is the thing. Bin juice. Beetlejuice. Say it a couple of times.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the tricky thing, because it almost feels counterintuitive to play the Montleonis and not then attack with.
So
your
all my
hastes.
things got haste, but I don't necessarily want to hit you.
Yeah, but you've got to be cognizant of what this MBM deck can do, and we know that Morgan doesn't have those cards yet in hand. But
one turn of drawing could easily just pop them up. And Morgan can take a turn off here.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, this lightning, if it is killed, it's very easy to come back. And there we are, there's 2 cards predicted, Wooklamat and the Terror. So it's going to kill the lightning.
It should be 3 rounds tonight, but I think there's a chance of 4.
I think we've got enough for 4.
Depends on if the...
Sure. Yeah, there's enough players for 4. It's going to depend on
it depends on how they do.
Standings. And Ben is going to attack.
So into 6 left.
Big Leviathan, getting rid of that Montleonis, and he's going to add back Pinello.
You grab out the Pinello, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, 6 Ultra
Leviathan. And the lightning to take out the work.
Absolutely brutal there.
That is EX Burst. Clear the board, please. I wouldn't be swinging in with the Phoenix here.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't put a backup in the breaks.
Yeah, we're going to fix that now. Couple of fixes here. Yeah, Ben might be thinking that he has to get this game over with quickly. But it's a risky game knowing that lightning has gone back to the bin. Oh!
Is it another lightning?
Another lightning EX burst
to kill the
deal
Phoenix.
with the Phoenix. And it's kind of a clear runway for Morgan now. He's got his.
If he has Balthier here, he has game. I don't think he does.
He's got a Van.
Pinello could get him to it.
So so Pinello, if this finds a Fran...
No Hammy. Has Ben seen any this game?
I haven't seen any, no. But we know he's got the...
Oh, there we are there.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, I think you're priced into it there.
Now you just have to pass.
I think so, yeah. But Ben is empty-handed.
If Morgan had an MBM card in hand, I'd play the Van, but you're not getting the draw engine off of it.
Yeah, I think he's...
We 6-leving.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
It gets you the Pinello back.
It does.
But you're not playing it this turn.
The problem is, though, is that giving him back the Terror means that he's just
getting 1 CP Ifrit back.
Another Ifrit back. How many Ifrits has he cast?
I'm pretty sure Ben's going to be like, okay.
Yeah. I think I would have held that for a turn where you need to remove a blocker, or a Pinello is guaranteed to get some.
If you
more
draw
value.
a Culinarian here, you can Montleonis again. He can only take 1 more EX burst.
Yeah. Well.
It's the fact that deck still has like 15 EXs in it, when in a deck that's that consistent.
Yeah. Just another arrow in its quiver.
It still gets a decent... And most of those EXs say kill something.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at that string of...
double lightning break and Leviathan bounce.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely brutal.
So just playing the Terror and passing. What's more?
There's a Fran.
So it's Fran, Balthier. The problem is without Van, you don't have lethal here.
Well, we know he's got the... Yeah.
Okay, this is lethal. If you can play Balthier off of the Fran.
You know that you've got to get around that Ifrit, though. So the Ifrit is taking out at least 1 attacker.
Which
But
it has to be the Balthier before it swings.
yeah. But he's
Okay,
just
Morgan's
go
just
for damage
waiting
5.
for
He's
it.
going to hit a backup there. I think it's a security officer there.
Yeah, looks like it.
And
Thing is, you
again-
don't mind keeping the Balthier as a blocker either, because it's just an unsuspecting 9k that just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah. Here is Fran.
When, do we hammy this if we have it? I don't think we really want to. I really can't wait for the day that there's like another Balthier to play off of this that's not the MBM one, because it does just say card name Balthier.
It does, yeah, that's true.
It's the fact that these are all category MBM and all the other ones are Cat 12.
Well, I think, yeah. Probably for the best, if we're honest. Ben's got to be really careful with his decisions now, because he is down to damage 5.
Well, they both are, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to play the wind one that's like discard a sky power, activate all your characters, because that would be so good in this deck. But also, I don't want to play a wind card
Well,
in this
yeah,
deck.
I think you're playing with fire though.
But it's so good.
So it looks like Ben's playing 5 here for a cloud. So he's going to pop the Fran.
8k and remove 2. You double remove Panello here, right?
I think you probably have to. Possibly even Balthier though, depending on.
Well, we know he's got Balthier in hand.
That's
Right,
true.
Ben already knows.
It depends
this.
on whether or not thinks he can play through multiples, or if he doesn't think he can.
Well, I think this is putting Morgan in the position of, do you play the Balthier here? But I think if you do, it just immediately gets 1 CP efforited. No, you have to. No, Odin.
Odin, damn it, yeah. Damage
Don't own
5.
the Terror.
Can't take the Terror. That's another Odin. Excuse me, another Ifrit.
Oh, this is what, like the 6th Ifrit that
Yeah,
he's gotten back.
A proverbial wall of fire.
Okay, we're making sure we can't take that Fran. I'm not. Oh, yeah. I think you just get rid of lightning targets, or you get rid of Balthiers or
Yeah,
whatever
there's
that
a lot
the
of,
Fran's
a
getting
lot
back.
of thought here, because
I think double Panello is what you got rid of.
yeah, which I think is perfectly valid.
Draw. We've got double Ifrit in hand. So,
I'm
play a
feeling-
board, I dare you.
Feeling pretty safe if I'm Ben from this position, but
If he draws a backup at any point, he just wins on the spot, I think. Because Montleonis is just going to go,
yeah.
here's a board, deal with it.
So there's another lightning and a Varn there for Morgan.
So the lightning's useless. The van's fine if you can give it haste, but you just know that Balthier is dying before it gets haste.
There is
And you got to pay 5 for this
there
Balthier
is
now.
some thought about trying to crash with the lightning.
We're going
and
in.
then here's the Balthier. And then still in combat, you can bring it back. You have that one there, so if you need one to put in the break zone, you can.
Yeah, but
Draw a card,
the Ifrit just kills the Balthier here.
Mm.
Because you can't let it attack. I don't think
So
I don't think Morgan can steal this.
There's 10k.
There's no buff.
Pay 2 and crack this to remove the cloud.
Yep, does go before that all happens.
So you can get him with the lightning, get him to damage 6, but
I just don't think you can see this out.
it's going to be close, regardless what
But
happens.
it is. I really thought Mono Fire would have this.
I mean, he still might, but yeah, I think it's really
Not
been
seeing
showing.
another backup though is definitely going to be hurting Ben.
Yeah. 'Cause that second one unit's just... Oh, there it is. 7k. Kill the lightning. Draw a card. And we know that he's still got an Ifrit in hand, right? So he's not necessarily dead to the lightning coming back. But here's one from hand.
That means it is game, right? Because you'll have enough lightnings and...
Yeah, it depends on what those last few cards are in...
Well, we've seen 2 lightning...
yeah,
As
so there's
in-
definitely a lightning and an Odin in the break zone because he cast the Odin earlier. So it's whether or not Ben has... Yeah, and here he goes. Does Ben have another answer?
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, the Ifrit resolved before the characters died there, so it would have only done... It would have still done the 10k.
Here comes lightning. Bahamut.
Is that?
Ben is out here.
He's
but
got it right.
Well, let's see. Yeah, Ben draws.
Okay, let's see what happens next.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, off the top. It's
Oh, there we
5.
go. It's only 1 damage though.
Coming in, yeah. But it's going to get blocked by Miwa instead.
Doesn't trade in though.
No, but does deny Ben drawing fresh cards. And then he's going to play 3 for Zach. So 2 attacks now, threatening lethal. So Morgan's going to pull something out.
Another lightning.
Another lightning to dull the Zach.
And then go for game there. Yeah.
secures it.
That
What a
was
game.
that was very close.
Fantastic game there. Really enjoyed that.
What does that lightning do?
It does what?
Oh, Morgan lost due to deck out.
Decked out.
Oh dearie me.
Blimey.
Okay, that's changed a lot of.
Wow. What a game.
Well, yeah, I think that one's pretty much gone to time.
Fantastic.
So we'll see if we can go back for an interview on that one, but I don't think so. All right, we'll be back when we find out shortly. But yeah, it sounds like Ben won that one, so that is wrong.
Blimey.
What a game. All right, we'll be back shortly. Bye. All right, we are back with the third, I think potentially final round. Depends on
See what those standings look like at the end.
how
of
the
this.
game above this one goes. And this time we've got Warriors versus Gigawall.
Yeah, two of the stalwarts of the game for the last couple of years now.
Paul keeping his bridesmaid deck. He's got 2 second places.
Interesting, now he's playing the fire water variant, leaning out of the ice.
Is he?
Ice cards. Yeah, it still
He
plays.
was on triple colour on the weekend.
Yeah, so he's changing that. Now
okay.
he's playing. I just double checked. It's the fire water variant.
I know
Still
a lot.
has a call in the back line as a searchable warrior backup for a little bit of recursion.
I know a lot of people are doing that obviously to tech into 2 deck formats.
Yeah, I think
Because the 3 colour Warriors deck just competes with so much.
Yeah, it eats. It does eat a lot of
I think
slots. For
me and
very,
Kitty
very good
settled
cards.
on that he has to play FF12. It's like the only deck that didn't compete in any way.
What is that? Mono lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, so here
Which
we go.
no one wants to play Mono Lightning.
Apart from you.
I try. Me and
Love it.
Paul M have both settled on like
Okay.
it's just not there at the moment.
Paul McAvoy chucking that hand back as it did Paul Fallon.
Just going in.
I see a Naji.
Well,
It's
you're settled. 4 in hand, so
Gigawall going first here, playing out security officer to draw a card.
so assume no Gigawall then.
Well, it could mean that he's just setting up so he doesn't have to discard an extra card for next turn.
But discarding the 4 wall as well was a bit of an interesting one.
Yeah, I can't quite see his hand, so I can't comment massively. But I know that
Me and Paul
Paul
F.
F here
Paul F's hand, yeah. I can't just say Paul
pitching a Naji and a Firion.
for
Play a
another
Naji.
Naji. Not even full art Najis. What's he doing?
Yeah, this is fourth-rate duelist.
Not even
level.
full art Tyvis. When we get full art Tyvis,
It's the promo I think I might want the most, if I'm honest.
I can't believe we're finally getting the Lulu.
Oh, I'm very excited for that.
If anybody ever gets them, because
Right.
Asmodee send them out.
My fully blinged out mono win.
Yeah, because
deck.
it must have been one of the only mono win cards that wasn't in the Legacy set.
Yeah, well, I've had to use the starter falls for so long. It's,
Which you can't even find regular versions of Lulu
no,
anymore.
I was very lucky to get them when I did.
Like that card doesn't sing.
Anyway.
You have to Ami this here, right?
Well, it's tricky. I think I probably. It's hard to say. I'm of a component that if you Ami there, if you're able to capitalize on it straight away, you've got
But you have the
cards.
Tyvis in hand, so he can.
Then it's not so bad pitching a second Ami there, but it does cost a lot.
What are we going into here?
to do it? I think.
Mog?
Well,
Means they can't search more.
yes, but with the one, yeah. So he's going for the Mog there. With the light one being in play means it's not as pressing, but.
Mhm. Which means like the Sarah FFL backup's not resolving or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
I know he's still playing Tricolour then, right? Because he's got the... Oh, is it he just cut all the ice stuff?
Yeah, so he's not playing
But
the Seymour.
Seymour is so good.
Yeah, I think he's teching more for 2-deck format.
Sure.
Trying just the water. Like I said, he's still got Axstar in the deck, obviously, and he's still got the
he's
call
not going to go
backup.
into anything else.
No. There's
So that is
the
one,
Gilgamesh FFBE.
5, 6 colours. You just don't have the light.
Yeah. So he's
So
going
we are
to
getting
get
a
a
double
double
freeze.
freeze here, which is
Obviously
going to
on
get
the
the Tybus.
Tybus,
He's
yep.
going to get damage in here. And an
Cooch.
Expush. Going to
Nice
remove
draw.
abilities there and draw a card.
I don't think they ever envisioned like Gilgamesh working in a deck like this when they made Gilgamesh way back when.
No, I suspect not. I remember when it came out, it definitely felt a little bit pie in the sky. So I had no idea what kind of...
I remember Gareth playing for
Yeah.
ages with his Moogle deck to try and get it to
Yeah,
work.
Exactly. And you'd feel like, if it ever popped off, you'd feel like a god. But now when you do it now, it's just kind of a given that it's going to dull and freeze things.
Yeah. Only one EX for Paul though, going in on Zach.
Zach.
So I assume we're just trying to take out this Gilgamesh this turn.
It could be. You also could be trying to set up a bunch of 3-drops for an Axstar in his hand, maybe.
Yeah, it could be that. Because that guarantees gets you up to 9 now when the Axstar comes in.
Yeah, if you don't have another 3 in hand, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it's a Wooklum out there, so... there we are. Warrior of
One,
Light
two,
there
three,
for
four.
Ultimate Shield.
Oh, he did it so he got to... Because you need 5, don't you,
exactly.
for Wook
So that would
to...
have done 10k had it resolved. And the Gilgamesh currently being an 8k.
Yep. I always find the Wooklum out weird because it's got so much text on it when it
Some of
reads
the
so
text
simply.
reads breaker forward. Guy then, one of the new, I think the only new card that Warriors has, returning a Firion to hand, and then Mog coming in for 1.
Yeah, because the guy is you just add a warrior back, and then if it's not a cat 2,
If it's not
you
a cat 2,
discard.
you discard, yeah. Firion, of course, being both warrior and cat 2.
Yeah, it's just Firion in the deck, right? That works for it. So Cloud searching another Warrior of Light.
Yep.
Probably the light one here, so you can get 7 colours in your brick zone.
I think you have to go there because Fallon has provided quite a board here.
And you have to.
You have to remove some of these because you've only got so many ultimate shields.
Annoyingly, Fallon is a poor. Fallon is one off of being able to trade into this Gilgamesh. Oh no, because the first strike would have got around the +2 increase from Wuklemat anyway. But you have to double freeze this Wuklemat down here.
I think he had the Mog there, so you could have stopped that search.
I think you forgot, yeah.
And here it comes, Gilgamesh, fully powered up.
3.
But that's a big EX burst.
What did you bounce? Oh, you can't choose. Can't target them.
Oh, he's
preemptively asked.
Yeah, no, you're right. Does get a Firion back, but no, you're right, absolutely. Here it comes again,
don't freeze them all.
Zac. Damage number 4. Which is
Another search.
EX burst.
I know people are like, and I am like, really should have used the Mog there, but man, there's so many games where people just forget they've got Mog on board, and you go search, and they go okay, you go sure.
Yeah. That being said, that Nalgene might have saved him a little bit.
Yeah, because that Axstar. Well, the Axstar it will take out the Gilgamesh unless there's another S in Poem's hand.
Yeah, it's gonna.
You don't.
Really
I would dull freeze the backup here. I think.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
3 for 3 X's now.
Not quite. And here comes.
Going to 6.
So he's going to 6.
You have to be very worried now.
Yeah.
Because I think if that is an S effect in Poem's hand, it's just game.
You still have to go for it, I think, because otherwise you are just dead. But a lot of cards in hand. You also then have Firion as well. So yeah, you can't quite get to.
It's a lot of
attackers here.
Well, depends how much water you've got in hand as well, because you can leave that Firion as a blocker that you can just reactivate.
I think. Well, he's got 2 Firions in hand, so he can
make it a 9k for a strike.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a lot of text. Shame I'm not reading it.
Fallon.
6. We Luna Fraying.
Interesting. Vincent.
Overpay for Vincent. I assume we just want the Gilgamesh dead.
Yeah.
Chance of Poem drawing another one and an ice card is quite
you might
low.
Just have the 3rd Axstar in hand, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is.
So now we Axstar on the stack. Yeah, there you go.
Brilliant.
Because now you're dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, infinite damage to the Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that Gilgamesh is going pop.
Does double freeze a lot of stuff, but
yeah, so dealing the 9k there, and then deploy the Firion.
Come up with another Gilgamesh off the top.
And we've kept that other Firion in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice.
Those are frozen. So.
Yes.
Just wait and see there. Does the Vincent still resolve if the target's not there? Oh, because you put the backup in as part of cost, isn't it?
And here's damage 3.
God, there's so many Vincents. When Vincent, you may put 1 fire back into the brick zone. Yeah, you would already have done it.
See what Paul drew here, but he really needs Ice Card in Gilgamesh here to have.
Which I don't think he drew, otherwise that would be slammed down immediately.
Reaching for the LB.
But unknown to Poem anyway, the Firion would have just taken out the Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
I think this is probably Warriors' game because they're all about to untap.
It's looking good.
I just need to make sure he actually untaps the only things that are allowed to untap in his turn, because that Vincent, Tyvus, and Guy are all down. Yeah.
Clearing that up.
Yeah, all 3 of those would be down.
Yeah, the Zac and the Wuklemat were frozen the turn before.
Yeah.
And the others weren't affected by Axel's ability.
But there isn't exactly. There will be enough to go for lethal because Paul F will have 5 attackers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to Cujo Surges or something, right? I don't know what else you can do.
Yeah.
But then that Gilgamesh just takes out. That Axstar just takes anything else.
He
drew it, but he didn't have the ice.
Didn't have the ice, so he's going to reach in for the Cujo instead.
Yeah, but then.
No, he's going for a Vincent.
You have to take out the Axstar, right?
Yes.
But then the Wook just kills on swing. I really don't think it matters. Because the Wook's dealing 9k on swing?
It'll deal 9 if Paul has 7 characters. Yeah.
Which he has on field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's really saved. And there's no EX bursts that are that guy is still down.
Yeah. So just clearing that up. But yeah, so the Wooklamat being able to come in and clear that Vincent means that there are 7 attacks here.
4 attacks for
attacks
exactly lethal,
7
yeah.
damage, yeah.
Because there's no EX
No
burst that
ultimate
saves you.
shields.
Yeah, that came in off the
that
axe
came in
after,
the
yeah.
throws.
Just go to combat swing.
Paul's just considering is making sure that he's not screwing it up, but
yeah. Let's get Wooklamat back open. Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
Lamat.
Wooklamat, everybody's favourite character from the DLC of FF14. I saw nothing but complaining about Wooklamat.
Here it comes. 9k to Vincent. Are there any experts in this deck that can save Paul here?
No, because it's just Arias.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Therian, draw a card.
6.
Please draw a card. Yeah, there you go.
Gives it up. He's got it.
That was, I definitely thought that was going Gigawall's way, and then all of a sudden it didn't go that way.
Yeah, a bunch of things happened for Paul there that went his way.
I mean, double EX burst.
Those EX bursts helped a lot.
Yeah.
And being able to...
Because the Naji getting the Axe Star
Yeah.
was probably the big one there. But then if you'd mogged the Cloud there, I think you were in a much stronger position as well.
I agree.
But hey, that mog was relevant for winning
That's true.
the turn right
That is
there.
true.
So who knows?
Maybe it was part of the master strategy.
So who knows? But yeah, we'll see if there is going to be another round, and see what's going on with this game. Might grab Paul, one of the Pauls, for an interview. Who knows? We could surprise you which Paul comes on. But yeah, we'll come back shortly. Goodbye. Alright, we're back really quickly because they're going to do a second game.
Rematch.
Best of 3. Ding ding.
Get their scores updated.
Nah, they just start 7/7 damage.
State-based effect. Lose.
Instant lose. Oh, that is an interesting starting hand from Fallon. I didn't know 6-Lev ever went in a Warriors deck, even though it had water in.
I think it did historically before the deck started playing the ice cards.
Oh, okay. I still feel like it feels worse not having Seymour in, because Seymour is just a hell of a card.
Yeah, I mean, for pure rate, Seymour's absolutely, one of the best cards in the game at the moment. But I think, not having the three element backup line may have some consistency to it.
That is an interesting start from Paul, going in on Elwyn and Larsa.
I kind of love it. You've got
two expensive backups, but you're getting a lot.
Two expensive backups, where you have 2 of your highest impact forwards. Clive
just kills things.
Yeah.
Or draws your cards.
Yeah.
Either or.
And then Tyvus, obviously, the backbone of the deck.
Although I've seen some games where Tyvus has never come in. And it
up.
still wins the game.
Those do come up.
Alright, we're going in on the Seraph FL, so we're getting double wall this time.
Yep. Kind of the perfect turn 1 backup for Gigawall.
It's the fact that it's just got like a good extra effect on it as well, just reactivate something.
Absolutely. One of those custom cards. Tailor-made for this
built
strategy.
Built 10 sets before Gigawall came out.
Part of the master plan, mate.
I do always like it when you see like one card come out and then it's like, oh my god, this old card now is amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the values of having a non-rotating format, is that does pop up every now and again. You get to play with cards that
well, I hear people
maybe you played back in the day, or maybe never even had a chance to shine.
Well, I hear people talk for ages like King Tycoon just didn't really see play, and then they put Lena back up, and then it was in every 4-color wall deck.
Exactly. So Paul playing it slow and just playing a Leo here, and then deploying a Selfie to return Tyvus. So setting up 3 backups, which I like. I always find that when Warriors is able to play a backup game, it usually helps out considerably. It just means you're keeping much more cards in hand over the long game.
It's easier to play Tivers on curve now as well.
Especially when Seymour's in the discussion, but there's so many 5-drops that are really impactful.
Yeah.
And just being able to save a card.
Here comes the Warrior of Light.
And there's pretty big hits there. You got a backup, which is going to draw a card or kill the Leo, yeah. And then you've got White Tiger, which can take Paul off the water.
See, I thought you would have taken the Yazuki and the White Tiger and Lissy Nimbus.
I know that Paul has a penchant for taking backups with his Warrior of Light. I think he likes the stability of setting up, meaning that if you have to play a more quote-unquote normal game, that you can actually cast a lot of cards.
I think he likes being on 3 backups a lot because it makes the 7 wall a lot easier to play.
It also means that you have all these 3-drops in your deck that you can actually cast profitably.
You've got the colours.
Exactly, yeah. So now Paul's going to bring out the
Tivers. Yep.
See what he's going to go for here.
That White Tiger Lissy Nimbus is a curious card.
Well, it's
got the horrible restriction of you have to play with backups to cast it, but then you just don't cast it.
Not in this.
Going on the Cactuars though, but the Cactuars, unless you're playing ward off of it, it's not taking out the Nimbus.
He could be setting up for next turn. He could have something he wants to put in already.
Oh, we're putting 5 cards at the bottom. It's a ward. So I assume we're taking it out here.
There it is, but yeah, Ultimate Shield is going to
shield on the stack.
going to stop that. What's going to come in?
So it would still do 7, but no, it wouldn't even do the 7. It would just completely whiff.
2 8Ks.
So does it dull freeze on swing, or does it just freeze? I think it dull freezes.
Dull freezes.
God, this is one of the cards with like the longest names.
White Tiger, Lissy Nimbus.
There it is. It's probably not the longest. It's definitely a long one.
Yeah, it's not quite Yu-Gi-Oh card name length.
I feel like this is one of those ones as well where like you've got the Lissy across multiple games.
Yeah.
But you're never searching this one off of Fang.
No, I don't think I'd ever even thought about that interaction, if I'm honest.
Well, like a lot of the other Lissys are in fire because it's like Lady Cactunia
fire,
and
lightning.
Dull freeze down the Cactuars. We're buffing the ward to block with the ward.
Looks like it.
Don't think there's anything that can be done there, yeah.
This is what we're talking about now with
we love Marquis the
3
Phantasm.
backups, and he has played one of his pet cards here.
I love this card. I wish it could go in more decks.
All forwards are going to enter dull on Paul's side.
I can't remember how you spell it.
It's with a Q. Was it Maki rather than Marquis? Yeah, there you go. Maki the Phantasm.
It's that and Gentiana, and you just go like, I have a Sidorandel, but better. Is the fact that he's got another line of text I don't think has ever been relevant.
I mean, just look past that. It's that top line which is the relevant part here. Slows down any aggro deck that's putting pressure on.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good line of text.
Removes blockers as well, pseudo, in a.
Well, like you can't Kuja against it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not even like the Charlotte that came out recently, where like they come in and then they dull freeze.
Yeah.
They enter dull.
Yeah.
What's he got in hand though? Is that Yazuki? No, they're going Lana. Okay. So yeah, the 3 backups definitely helping here.
Yeah, it's also got one of the kind of more important or maybe harder to cast forwards in Lightning with that barrel eye there.
Lightning and Ice backups are the 2 you really, really want.
So he's been play 5 for a Tivers here, kind of plan B of the Gigawall deck.
I think it's just got Ward and Furion in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, obviously Cactuars in there as well. But
of course, yeah.
Do you want to Cactuar here? It does take out. Well, it doesn't take out anything actually.
It does if you have another 3 in hand.
You've got something to play, yeah.
You could take out the opposing Cactuar or the Tivers if you think it's going to be.
I see Zagabath in the break zone as well.
Oh. Yeah.
Play something that's not ice of 3 or less. So cool.
Yeah, Paul definitely has a penchant for a few of his pet cards in Gigawall.
It works.
Come back in there, redeciding.
There's Zagabath.
All the way from Opus 2.
I remember rereading a lot of the judges, and I'm like, man, these judges suck. It's like Gabrant's got good ones. Yeah. You got like a Geese that's like, oh, you're removing Mill 3, and then he comes back. And I'm like, why would I want to do this?
Incredible text.
Which is a shame because they're really cool characters.
Yeah,
In the game.
It's I think obviously not part of the design team at all, but it could have been interesting to see a judge themed FF12 deck rather than just Sky Pirates.
Oh, Marquis goes to the Express Ward. Now I'm sad.
Brutal.
Only one full art ward. Pathetic.
I think that's another thing that the this version of Warriors can afford is a few more EX bursts. I think the more traditional ice variants only played a few, whereas this one we know it's got Big Leviathan in Hoosh Lane. It can probably afford extra copies of Ward now.
Yeah, you probably put it up to 3, right?
Maybe. At least 2, obviously. So...
S on the stack to stop the Cuckoo Lane resolving.
Yep.
I think because Paul wanted to Clive here. He now can't do...
I think that's fine though. Because Paul M is now empty-handed. So you're not, terrified immediately of a Giga Wall coming down now that light wall is in the break zone.
You can play another 3 or less as well. That Axstar is still taking out the Tyvus because the Tyvus is not protected.
Yeah. So here comes Zach.
Yeah. 3k on the
3K.
Tyvus. Axstar
Axtar's
swing.
going to come and clean up.
Bang.
Tyvus is kind of... there's a Scion going to damage there. Tyvus kind of done his thing there because you can still cast any Fearon you draw. But obviously it means any drawn Axstars would have been... And there's a third Warrior of Light.
So we've seen all of them now, yeah.
Yeah, and he's passing.
You always want to see them go to damage as well. That's the best place for them. Especially when this card exists, because it just...
Axis.
Whenever you want extra Warrior of Light special.
I think this card was kind of overlooked until...
it's like last set.
More recently, yeah. But just being able to recur any forward is, apart from itself, obviously, is kind of busted.
And it mills 3, which I think is relevant for you digging for those extra Warriors of Light.
And also putting elements in your break zone for Gilgamesh. Really interesting card to see play in these Giga Wall decks.
I remember playing it in a Kingsglaive deck, and I'm like, I don't really want it, but it's a Kingsglaive, so I have to play it.
So LB Cloud coming in here.
Takes out the Axstar.
It always feels kind of weird when Giga Wall gets to play LB cards as well. It feels like it shouldn't have a deck. Another EX burst of Stars here. It's probably going to get an Amaterasu. Yep.
Yeah. Well, this one's even run.
I don't think it runs any other fire summons.
Yeah.
But I suspect the SARS is likely only a one-off. Here's another LB card inserted.
Surges to freeze down the Tyvus, I guess.
Likely.
Oh, we're juggling with our opponent's deck.
Yeah.
If any Lena drew off of your own EXs as well.
Good grief.
Whenever you trigger whenever any player triggers an EX, draw a card.
Speaking of Lena, he's just drawn one there.
Is there anything relevant to that? I suppose you can bring in the
Axstar.
Axstar, yeah. Clive in hand.
Yeah,
Ami
so
in
like
hand.
you can use Lena's S ability, and then you can hold up Amaterasu with that remaining fire backup that you've got there.
Yeah, yeah.
Which looks like the plan.
We're just going straight in on it.
Is it Axstar?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's going to come in dull. It's going to dull and freeze the Cloud, the Warrior of Light,
And
the
their own
Tyvus.
Tyvus, yeah.
Has
Do
he
we
got
have S?
anything to put in? He'll do 9k though, so he'll be able to deal with whatever he wants, providing there's no of course. Always an ultimate shield.
I assume we targeted the surges on the Mog there.
I suspect so. But a free played Frilliant, that's a really
Fearon.
good card to have in this situation. Start to get ahead on cards.
Because now you get to draw. They're not... You never feel good blocking a Fearon because you have no idea what's in their hand. There he is.
Another Fearon, which is going to reactivate as well. Here comes Zach.
Oh, good hit.
Star. And here comes Ward for damage number 6.
Lena.
Yeah. So, Paul McAvoy's going to have to come up with some heat here. Fearon of his own.
Who's got the better cards in hand to...
Unfortunately, what it does mean, though, is that, yeah...
Yeah, Ammying it. I think, and then that's just game there.
Another decisive win for Warriors.
Yeah, I think the Giga Wall deck definitely started probably a bit too slow in both games.
Possibly.
I think they want to go a little bit quicker than that.
Yeah, it's how much you value the stability versus the early pressure, because there's every chance that you go for the early Giga Wall and just hit 2 forwards that really don't do anything in this matchup. They get killed by an Axstar, and then you just feel like a fool. But then there's those games where you flip over you know.
You flip over Gilgamesh, Axstar, turn one, and just be like,
start
oh.
cool. Or even something like White Tiger, and just, you know, any backup you play now is basically not untapped.
Yeah, I have seen like White Tiger and Zeramus, and they just go, well,
yeah, cool. Or if you, or you know, McKee and the Phantasm, and, and so, you know, there's you know, it's going to be down to player preference, I think, a lot of the time. And those players who've played a lot of this deck,
it's a deck building check as well as knowing where things are and what you can hit off of it.
The players who have played this deck are going to know which matchups they kind of need to, you know, how to adjust their speed in which matchup.
Yeah,
I think there may be a misconception sometimes of this deck that is a bit unga bunga. I'm just going to flip and kill you.
And like, you are always flipping 5,
Absolutely.
but there are times where you go, I'll take double backup and play a much slower.
It's knowing, like I said, when to accelerate, when to slow down.
Right, well, we'll pause that one there and see if there is another round, because there is the potential of 4 rounds. So we'll be back shortly. All right, we're back with the fourth and definitely final round. We did get 4 rounds today, all because of one of these two players.
Fools.
We got Fish back with my mono fire deck.
Yep,
that
he's
apparently
risen
he
through the
likes.
ranks.
A
Currently,
new player is somehow doing.
currently undefeated, as is Connor. So this is the finals.
This is what happens when Fish doesn't play monks.
Well,
It's apparently it goes
He
well.
plays a good deck.
And Connor is on Ice One Crystals, which
Yeah.
I think is getting ready for Milan. Not Milan,
France.
France.
Yeah.
Yes. 2-deck format is very interesting moment because a lot of decks clash, like Gigawall clashes with everything.
Yeah.
Warriors, 3-color Warriors clashes with
Absolutely.
everything.
So it's whether or not you try and find a deck that shares no cards, which
MBM obviously clashes with anything playing water.
yeah.
Like,
So it's whether or not you try and find something that doesn't clash at all, which there's not a great deal of decks out there that are doing well that don't, or you try and rebuild a different, a more pre-existing deck and maybe try and trim some cards out of it to
mono fire, mono earth in it. Easy.
easy mode. So
Looks like
Fish
Fish is
is
on the play.
here.
No, don't discard the Terror, you fool. Terror for Culinarian. It's a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
Is Connor going to do that perfect turn of 3 crystals, play Bart's Pass?
Well, he's got a Bart's in hand there.
Can he get to 3 crystals?
There's
Kadaj
one.
for Clavat. I still don't even know what the main card in this deck is now, because I see a lot of games win without even the Remnant seeing play.
I think
Just a lot of
there's
just
kind of
good
two
cards.
halves to it. You've got the Remnant package, and then you've got the kind of I'm trying to think of the word really, but cards like Yuffie, cards like Varn, Bart's that are much more about the crystals. 'Cause
Do
the
love that. Van.
Remnants obviously use their crystals, but the Kadaj, for example, is even if it just sits around, it's going to accrue that advantage.
So both players just playing backups, and both of them are playing backups that draw.
Marsh, yeah.
Marsh.
This
So
is another new card that made this deck possible. Has haste if you have 2 or more backups. If you have 5 more, can't be blocked by things that cost 3 or more. And when it deals damage, you can pay a crystal, draw 2 cards. So a pretty good engine here for
what's
crystal
that EX
deck.
burst?
That's a selfie.
Oh, so he's
It's
getting
gonna
the Terror
get
back.
that Terror. Looks like it's going to get that Terror back.
That Marsh is surprising. Like, they've definitely made crystals in an interesting way this set, and I think they've thought a lot more about them.
Yeah.
And they've attached them to effects that are worthwhile, as opposed to before, where it was just like
No, I'm very
Glaciella was like the best
Yeah,
crystal card.
I'm very happy that there's a deck that actually cares about crystals, that isn't just, well, I've got one really good card that cares about crystals, and now I've got to play a bunch of enablers.
Yeah, because that was the thing with like Ice Lightning or Mono Ice when we were playing it. It's always like you played like a night backup just so your Shantoto's other effect was online, but you didn't care about that.
This is a bona fide crystal deck, and there's another new card. One of
so
the
that's
better
going to put
cards
us.
in the deck, Yuffie here.
Oh, there's not 2 in Break Zone there, right?
No, there is not.
So does that not get rid of any?
Does it say up to?
I don't know.
Oh, he's taking it back.
Oh, sure. I think we've realised that.
Yeah, she used 2 cards.
Yep. So it would have.
So
It wouldn't have even made crystals.
Made any crystals at all.
I think Connor wanted to do that and then play Bart's, obviously.
Yeah.
But no,
But he's gonna have to
there'll
wait.
be no take-backsies on my stream on Saturday.
Yeah. Absolutely huge play here is if Fish just doesn't put any cards in the break zone this turn.
Tap 2 backups, play this pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just LB Machina.
block your Marsh with my Machina. You ain't doing anything.
But yeah, it's nice to see Crystals actually like a functional deck and not just a small minor piece of a deck.
Absolutely.
I'm still sad the Warriors the Crystals deck just isn't taking off because those are a bunch of cool cards.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a power level issue. Like to hang in this meta, which is a very wide open meta, you still need to be doing powerful things.
Yeah.
I just don't think that deck's quite up there.
No, especially when Velis was the best one because it was just like
exactly.
Dole freeze a forward every time a Warrior
Whereas
Crystal
now
comes in.
this deck is doing that, but with Seymour and
I'm going to pay 1 Dole freeze 2 and make you discard, and you're like, oh my god.
I will say that this Crystal deck, being one of the kind of top decks in the format currently, it does really require obviously crystals because there's going to be a bunch of cards that really don't do anything without them. But also you do want to be able to see your backups because you have a lot of kind of clunky costs, a lot of 5 drops, a lot of cards that really care about specific cards being in different zones, and you also don't really have many searchers.
It's like Sid.
You've got Sid Highwind to search up Cat 7 things, and that's kind of it.
That's the thing, the remnant package is cool and all, but you need to be able to draw enough to get 2
Yeah,
remnants removed
and
from game.
There are some times where you could just have a really clunky hand like this. Almost, those 2 Barts is really not.
Double Barts for
Yeah.
Yuffie,
Does he have a
remove both.
third?
Yep. 4 crystals.
He's gonna
Alexander, yep. Okay, this is a good turn from Connor.
Yeah. And
There's
there's
Barts.
the third Bart.
Well, you only
That's-
really need it once, right?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the thing. The Icewind Crystals deck is capable of having some really, really explosive big turns.
Oh, double miss.
Don't miss, but did draw 2 cards. One being another Alexander.
I think we might be
and
going
that's Sid
in on
Highwind
that
that's
Sid
now
Highwind,
can
yeah.
start getting the remnant engine online.
Yeah, we
as
know
well.
there's a Kadaj already removed from game.
Yeah.
No, there's already a Kadaj in break zone.
So what you could do here is Yuzu, and then get another Kadaj here.
Yeah, and you just want to get them ready to go next turn. I think if you get Fish now in a loop where he's discarding 2 every turn from next turn,
Yeah.
he's in a lot of trouble. Because that Yuffie is also so hard to shift.
It's interesting. He's getting a Vincent here, which considering that Fish has 3 tap backups right now,
Is it coming in now?
maybe it puts another remnant in the break zone.
It does mean Connor's going empty-handed, though.
Yeah, but then you've almost got to think of the crystals as being an additional hand when you've got cards like Yuffie.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does here.
No, I think we are passing,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, this is a good start for Connor. He has the 4 backups online.
Yeah, and you're basically saying to Fish now, like, if you tap down backups, I'm freezing
Exactly, yeah.
them. Oh, so he gets 1 goblin off of one of them and the princess goblin off the other.
I assume so.
What's he tapping the 3rd backup for? The other just playing all 3 goblins.
Yes.
Just the last one just misses out on the search. Which is unfortunate.
Happens.
Not if you put the haste goblin in as well. I might put it in over the rogue tomato, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if I'm Fish here, I'm just trying to get to 5 backups. That means that at least the next turn, if that Vincent does come in, you're not just stranding all your backups frozen. You still have a couple to play with.
Yeah, I think you just play the princess goblin here, right?
I agree.
Or any other backup that you have.
Yeah. Looks like he's thinking about it.
Minwu for
and there's
princess
the
goblin, there we go.
Pass.
2 in hand, though, if that Kadaj comes in.
Well, that's the danger. Connor
Could
needs to
be in
find
trouble.
both another remnant
Ooh,
and
another marsh.
another one to kind of get them both out of the break zone. But yeah, here's Marsh.
So Marsh is just buffed at 2 backups, and then at 5 he's unblockable by a 3 or more.
Correct. He does
4 or more.
still have haste, and this 1 crystal means that he's
Drawing
going to draw
2,
2
yeah.
cards. What that does mean, though, is that if he doesn't have another way of generating any crystals this turn, that Yuffie is...
Well, he's got the
pretty-
Yazoo in hand,
pretty
so
vulnerable.
I assume
Yeah.
that's coming in and
Yeah,
removing the...
I think keeping Yuffie alive is definitely worth it.
Another point of damage taken. Yeah, I missed the one that was earlier. Whoops. No EX burst, though.
None so far. Here comes Bart's. Having
Bart's
done his
for
job
third.
now, just a big dog.
Yuffie for another. That's
Yeah.
4 damage.
And Fish is going to have to put something together.
Here is now for Fish. I thought you would start removing things a lot quicker than this. So Connor's still finishing off his turn. Fish just untapped a little bit too early.
He's thinking.
Yeah, I think you want to freeze 3 backups down here, right?
I think you just want to start tightening the screws, really.
But I don't really know how Mono Fire comes out of this now.
With great difficulty.
Like, you need a demon, but then it doesn't even hit everything because it's they're Vincent's a different color.
Yeah, you kill the Yuffie in the marsh.
Is it 8 for element, or is it 8 for job?
Oh, that's a great question. It's been quite a long time since I've used either of those modes on a demon, if I'm
Because
honest.
it might not even kill anything. It is 7 for element, 8 for job. So yeah, it would only kill 1.
Sure.
But the Jack does take out the Yuffie because there's no crystals to protect her.
Yep.
9k blocker is not bad.
You also have these goblins as well. So the goblins represent removal of one of these.
Which,
Is drawn a Varn.
unless it's a crystal, you don't really care about the marsh.
No. Well, that's the thing. The marsh now at this point is kind of
It's just an 8k.
which, fair play. It becomes unblockable if Connor has the 5th backup, and you are damage 4, so you have to be wary of that.
Alright. What has Connor drew? There is a lot of remnants in break zones.
saw he
If
drew
he
a
sees
Varn.
2 remnants.
He's rushing at 3 here.
Van's only making one crystal on entry, though, right?
It is. I don't think he's playing the Van. I think he's going for the Yazoo here.
That is... Is it Yazoo that removes a blocker?
The Yazoo is the one that dulls and freezes, yeah.
Yeah,
and
the
then
Loz is the one that buffs.
The one that doesn't do anything.
It buffs by 2k. that does come up. Like, making a Seymour 11k is not bad. He's played the 5th
backup here, so that Marsh is now unblockable by that Ject.
Yeah.
It might force...
The Goblin just pops to kill it.
To use the Goblins, yeah. And there is the Yazoo.
The Yazoo. I still don't get why this Yazoo was like once per turn. Like, I'm spending a crystal on this. Oh, we're ammying the Yazoo.
Okay. So
we're going to double freeze in response.
Freeze the Ject and remove that blocker.
Can you get another crystal here for the Marsh?
Oh,
God, I can't remember what this card's called.
Oh, good grief.
It's like Velis something, right?
Arena, I think it is. But I think it has an I in it.
I don't know. And she's gone.
She's dead anyway. But
got goblin
damage there from Connor to take this game.
She's like Opus 17. I really want to find it now. It's like Opus 17, right?
Opus 17, yeah. It's a dark card.
At the very bottom.
There she is.
There is Venera.
So it does have haste, which is all it needed to be there.
Yeah, not sure why.
Crystal, your opponent loses 5k power. It's I suppose the MBM removal there.
Yeah, you had to pay 2 for that because he didn't even have a crystal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that game.
Yeah.
Fish, unfortunately, was not the newbie.
Unfortunately not.
That won everything
here against world's competitor
Connor. Yep. But we might be back for an interview shortly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that will be it for the day. But yeah, we'll try and get an interview. That game was quick enough that we should probably be able to grab one.
Looks like they're playing again.
Oh, are they going again? All right, we'll just watch the next game.
Stay where we are then.
Ding ding.
Round 2.
Venera. I know.
Oh no. Connor saying still have all these.
I know Connor and Kitty were on about playing this into like MBM because it does 5k, and I was just like.
That's the reason they've got it in the deck. Yeah.
Okay. It clashes with the Spiritus though.
Yeah, so the Spiritus needs to come out first.
Yes.
Which is obviously part of the danger with light and dark cards, as we all know.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't say anything like the Cosmos or the Chaos, where it's just like you can play it even if you have a dark card out. But Fish just going in straight on 2 backups.
Yep, faster start than last game.
Dragoon, draw Crystal. What is he using as his Crystal card?
I believe it is a Gundam card.
Oh, okay. And then Scholar for another Crystal and a draw.
Overpaying for these, obviously you're drawing cards.
I think you just accept that they are 4 CP backups, though.
Here's the draw engine, though.
Take point damage. Amat's a good one. Draw 2.
Marsh doing his best Clive impression there. As Connor's now got 2 cards in hand, including a Clavat there, so he has his 3rd backup.
Alright, let's see where this goes to now. Fish, I think he desperately needs to ramp back up still.
Which he is. He's going to play an Elwyn.
What do you get, though?
That's a good question.
Clive? Just punch, draw 2, and then prime?
Yeah, maybe.
Pay 3 for eject?
I don't particularly want to. I think he's thinking about Cloud here.
You can't play the Cloud, though. I don't think you want this March drawing again.
No.
I think it has to die now.
He's gone for the Cloud. 3-player backup. So 4 backups, nice and fast. But yeah, this
Marsh is now making insane value.
Yeah, starting to snowball here. That's 4 cards it's drawn.
Why did he take 2 damage? This is how you know Fish is a new player.
Connor getting his backups up as well.
Yeah.
Another crystal.
It's just nice that they have both a crystal generator package in this and a crystal payload on a lot of cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Up to 2 crystals here. So unlikely there's going to be a big Bart's.
1 more for a Bart.
But yeah,
big Barts. I like big Barts. And I cannot lie.
I cannot lie. I like big Barts.
I like big Barts and I cannot lie.
We didn't get done for copyright.
Well, maybe. Who knows? To be fair, we'd probably get done for copyright from Square Enix before.
I've heard I've heard Sir Mix-a-Lot loves Final Fantasy trading card game locals.
You know, this might be his intro intro into it. Who did I have to copyright? Oh, this is sick.
Fantastic.
I want to play this.
That's the remix. Okay, Cloud coming in, removing 2 from the break.
And
He's
killing
removed, the
Marsh,
edge there, but I think the other one was a remnant, which...
You don't want to remove remnants for Connor.
well, it's a bit of a conundrum there, because you either let Connor remove them, in which case he's going to get the crystals.
He gets 2 crystals, or you remove them
But
first.
obviously, with a card like Kadaj that wants 2 removed, it means that Kadaj can just come in and get rid of 1 and then has enough for the 2, which looks like is what's happened here, is Fish is now binning 2 cards to turn to that Kadaj.
I will say, I never thought they'd go back to Advent Children and print like these again, especially as like decent cards.
Yeah, I mean, where was the last time we had them was...
Oh god, they're like up to 6.
I know, I think it was about Opus 11 or something like that.
We had the
but
Dark
it was-
Kadaj,
it-
but like the other
yeah,
ones
that
are
one was
all...
that. But I think there was a set of them that were in a starter deck, I think.
I didn't think it was a start deck.
Well, I think they were in it.
Oh, they are
Yeah,
Opus
Opus
11 there, yeah.
I was correct.
Where it's
were
just the
in,
screenshots
I
from
think
the
maybe,
film.
Maybe the one of the Sephiroth versus Cloud starter deck or something like that.
Sure.
But
It's just the effects on them where it's like, when he gets the breaks in, they discard. Is that alright?
cool.
Sick.
I know there was definitely talk when this Kadaj was spoiled of
Ooh, S on the stack.
does this make...
Somebody won something.
Someone won something there. Does this mean that the old remnants are at all playable? And
And the answer was no.
Categorically, the answer was no.
The answer very quickly became no. Because people were like, oh my god, this Jesus searches.
wow,
and
I
it's
completely-
like, yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, no, never mind.
The one that you really want to play, like, there is actually an old playable remnant if it didn't name clash, because it's the old Kadaj.
A remnant of a remnant.
Because it searches for a remnant.
Yeah. It's the one you only want to hit as an EX burst
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah, but he can't search for himself,
That's fine.
which was the other problem.
It'd be too powerful.
And then when him or a remnant enters the field, you freeze a character. Not even dull freeze, just freeze.
Zero Mass Effect, it's fine.
I do enjoy reading like old cards and
Yeah,
being
the
like,
game's come a long way in the last 50 notices.
it was like reading. Like, I like looking at like Opus 2 Amon, where it's like it's a four drop
I
like
think my favorite
8k. That's like tap to dollar for it.
Okay, I think it might be is it a Leon, where it's like a 3-drop 9k, but when you play, your opponent can put a character in.
Oh, it just plays a character,
Just
isn't
plays a
it?
character
I don't know if
for
that's
free.
Leon.
Yeah, it's that one there.
In this one?
No. The ice one, sorry.
Oh, sure.
Opus 1.
Leon, Opus 1.
Yeah, there you go.
When Leon supposed your opponent may play a character card from his or her hand onto the field.
But you get a 9k
Sick.
for 3. 3-drop 9k. And it's Opus 1 anyway, so what's the best thing they could possibly have? Oh, Shanto. Oh, right, okay, I've lost.
Oh, they've just played all of the Cat 10 starter cards. It's Jover.
It's over for me.
Oh,
Anyway,
there's just so
back to
many
the
good,
game.
fun old cards.
That's a rebel. Searchable.
Well, this is Fish's favourite card.
Yum cat.
It doesn't do anything.
It's amazing. What are you talking
It's
about?
got Warp 3.
Damage 3, draw a card. What would you want? 9k? Busted, mate.
Warp
I paid 2 for a 9k that draws a card.
in
and
3 turns
That's
time.
fine. That's fine.
We chat about this card so much. It's just like, man, they printed some bad warp cards when it started.
I love that PS2 artwork. It's amazing.
It's an evil tree.
It's called Yum Cax. Anyway.
Never forget this one.
This is Fish's favourite card.
If
If you ever see Fish, come up to him and ask him to sign this
I've always said I'm going to get him a full art one signed by Kageyama. Just
Absolutely. Well, it would be a prize possession for him.
it's the only monk I think he doesn't play. Yeah, alright, what's Connor going to do?
Connor's playing a Sid Highwood as his 5th backup here, so it looks like it might be finally time to get the remnants online. He's got 5 crystals as well, so
Where is his Bart?
any Barts off the top is live. Fish got to his 5th backup there with the help of Luso from LB.
Thank God he didn't have Princess Goblin on field. I have seen people do that. They're like,
And immediately throw it away.
play Luso to ramp backups. Well, you're going net neutral
Oh,
on backups,
no.
I'm afraid.
Okay, so Connor's looking at a Yuffie as one of his targets there.
I mean, it is removal, but not major
Well, with those
removal.
5 crystals, it's just going to machine gun things down.
I thought he was about to put the Sid Highwind back in his deck then. What's he doing?
Playing by his own rules. So it is a Yazoo
A
and a
Yuffie.
Yuffie.
It's insane, like how good some of the backups they're printing are. When it's just like, I'll just go to search 2 of this category.
Well, if you're paying 5 for a very specific category, I think that's fine.
Well, I think
Well,
the first.
I think, obviously I can't speak for the designers, but I do wonder if this was a plant that they knew that these 7 Cat 7 crystal cards were coming, and then this was kind of like the lead into it, or if it's kind of a happy accident that they were able to print this in a couple of sets before.
It could be, because like the first one that did it was like Cindy from a long time ago that searched 2 Cat
Yeah.
15s, and they didn't do any for a while, and then we've gotten a few more.
But that's like what we were saying earlier, that sometimes you see cards come out, they don't really do anything, but then all it takes is one new set to come out, and suddenly they're
Yeah, because that Sid
Part
Highwind
of the
came
tier
out
1 deck.
in 25,
I believe it was in Tears of the Planet.
and it like didn't really see play when it came out. Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden it's like,
Well, it's because 7's, obviously incredibly popular
but wind
category
isn't
and
really a
game.
colour for it.
Since Avalanche, there hasn't really been a deck that's been utilising a lot of different 7 characters,
Mhm.
And this is almost the first kind of 7 deck we've had in a long time.
Yeah, because we got an awful lot of wind characters.
Yeah, we've had loads of 7
Last
cards
set
come out,
and
but they
that,
just
but-
never really found a home. They're all kind of spread across different strategies and different elements, and this was the kind of first cohesive build. And there's even that, even in this deck, I think, you have to be careful because you need obviously a bunch of crystal cards, whether or not they be payoffs or generators. But there's a lot of cards within Cat 7 that could theoretically see play in a deck like this, like Sephiroth, for example, from a few sets ago, the hand trap one.
Oh yeah, the ice one. Yep.
Like
Is the new Sephiroth for getting in ice, or is it in
I believe
lightning?
it's in lightning, unfortunately.
Because that one seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, I also interested to see, if anyone saw Card of the Week today, new Vincent Legend that's kind of doing a little bit of Cat 7 action by flipping the top 2, and you can add a Cat 7 character to your hand. So, interested to see if there's more, scope for maybe a Cat 7 deck going forward outside of this crystal list.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sold on that Vincent personally, but some people
I'm picking
will
up the
probably.
phone. I'm picking up the phone. I'm hearing the conversation.
So you're swinging in with the Cloud, and on the stack, Ifriting the Yuffie, because the Yuffie cannot be protected against summons, but he can buffer by
Yes.
1k over and over.
But,
Okay,
I
we're just
don't think he's prepared to throw all of his crystals away for that. But Fish having a commanding lead here. He's getting Connor damage 5.
Oh,
But
I think
Connor-
that's. I could hear Connor saying, "Yes, I did."
Exclamation from
So I think
Connor.
he's just
It's
drew.
a Shantoto for 1. Bringing
Bring back
back
Kadaj.
Kadaj. Fish is not happy.
Should have saved those Ifrits.
Yeah, but what this
Should have
means
saved
now
those
is
Ifrits.
that Connor can use Kadaj, bounce her forward, which is basically pseudo removal.
And then
Fish
you're
will have
immediately
to
discarding it,
exactly,
yeah.
discard the 2 cards, including the
Annoyingly,
forward
you
bounce.
can't do the Terra, which is the one you probably want to get rid of.
That is true. Yeah.
But you can also bounce the Luso and the Cloud, because
Yeah,
the Luso goes straight back
exactly.
to LB, and the Cloud's being
Yeah,
discarded.
So this is removing 2 things for very little cost for this deck.
Yeah, double crystal remove.
We're going to go to the end, and that Kadaj is going to trigger.
Oh, and we're doing a Laws as well. Now that Kadaj is big. He can be big.
Assemble the remnants.
Get them all out.
I do wish, it's a little bit pie in the sky if there was a little bit more of a kind of,
There was more than 3.
not so much more than, I mean, that'd be good for the deck, but more that, if there was a trilogy of them that was, if you have all 3, you can sack them to go and put a Sephiroth into play or something a little bit more thematic.
Yeah, but that Sephiroth would have to be bent if you're sacking 3
Oh, yeah,
characters for it.
You just put this card cannot be cast on it, and then the only way you're getting
Kill,
out is this.
break all of your opponent's stuff on board. You have to put a tab effect on them all as well, so you can't do it at the same time they come out. It's like high flow.
Exactly, yeah. I'm a big proponent for thematic cards in Final Fantasy TCG. Let's put it that way.
Mm. But then why didn't they design them so they look like themselves, whereas Kadash and Yazoo look like women?
Well, that's up to the art direction team.
So what does Fish have up his sleeve? Literally, like what cards is he spilling out of his sleeves?
Well, he's going to be discarding them at the end of turn. So.
Well, I think he already has. This is
Yeah.
these drew. Yeah, he needs
I know,
to.
I
he
mean,
needs
but
to.
if that Kadar sticks around every turn, he's just at a deficit. He's not going to be able to store up.
Well, you swing
I
him
think
with the
I saw,
Terra because they're not going to block.
Well, if he, yeah. I mean, Connor is a damage 5, but I think Fish drew Bahamut.
Well, you just Montleonis here, right?
Possibly.
You're going to have target. You've got Cloud. Like
Yeah.
Cloud's taking out one.
I think he's looking at his LB there now.
Loz is once per turn for the buff, right? Yeah, once per
Yes,
turn.
once a turn. But crucially, it's either player's turn, unlike Yuzu, which is only on your turn.
I get why it's not in your opponent's turn, because double freezing in your opponent's turn is quite obnoxious.
It would be, yeah.
But I don't get why it's once per turn in your turn. Like, if I'm burning a crystal...
I think it's because it's a rare and not a hero, is the honest answer, I think.
So what you're saying is if I write a H on the bottom of mine
Well,
instead, I
look,
can
if you
cross
wanna-
out the
yeah,
one.
if you cheat, then you can do that.
I want to play Sharpie FFTCG.
Good grief.
So we Ifrited? I'm not quite sure what killed the Ifrit in response. Or do we bounce it as soon as it swung?
Fish is just adding cards to
Well-
his deck by the looks of it.
I could do with these legacy pack
Just
cards.
Booster tutor out some cards.
Oh, that is a cool card for
Booster
Magic.
Tutor.
Booster Tutor.
I don't even know what Opus that is. Sounds like Opus 5 or something by the looks of it.
Yeah,
There's
there's
an
a
Unai, classic.
Bismarck. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I played that card.
We have had a conversation about playing some early opuses where we go through
it
the
is Opus
opuses, playing them bit by bit.
Sure.
Just
yeah,
so,
kind of
like,
progression series
Because I
kind of
didn't,
thing.
I never experienced the game back then.
Mm.
I only started in 18, and
Hope
it's
you-
like I want to
Hope
see
you like Mono Eye.
what with like the ban lists that were in place at each point as well,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
get the full experience. I want to play Gasper.
Yeah, but no one wants to play against you. That's the problem.
I still love the no ban list thing that we did.
It's
I thought that was fun.
It's fun until the opponent sits down with chocobos with stern leonis. Let's put it
That
way.
is what won. That was what
Handily as
won.
well. It wasn't even close.
Thing is now though, I think it's the Cat 4 deck.
It's definitely up there now, especially with the new Cat 4 support they printed. I think
I would like to play Sesuan's
and
Aramis.
kind of went, yikes, we need to get this deck out of here.
Oh, this deck's really, really good, and
Why
we've
don't
got more cards
Why
coming
don't
out
we
for
just-
it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Where's that Rydia? Like, as bad as that Rydia reads, like, I'd be putting it in my deck.
Yeah, it's not a named character. It protects my stuff. What more do I
And
want?
it buffs them by 2k in my opponent's turn.
Easy.
Alright. Here's my
Yeah.
7k Una.
What are you going to do about it?
You're going to have to pay 6 to even target.
Exactly.
Oh, I think this is just game for Connor now, right? He's going
Connor-
wide
Connor's
enough and
got a commanding
second.
position. Fish has no cards in hand. I
And
think
he
even
never
a-
will.
I think even a Montleonis is going to be.
Come on, hit him.
There we go.
No EX burst.
Okay. Let's see what the final. Likely. The
Draw
final
your
turn is.
last pathetic card, Yugi.
I think Fish might have used enough of his limit break at this point as well that he doesn't have
We Zacked and
Lucode.
Luso. That's only 3.
That's 4 though, because you got to limit break.
Luso would
Yeah, so
be
you
2.
still have what you still
You
have.
could still
You can
want.
still once. You spread a cloud instead.
Zack would be
Kills the
2.
marsh.
Luso would be 2. Yeah, you would be able to do.
Removes. There's not a great deal of recursion outside of the Shantoto, which is in play in this deck,
I think that is just it.
and a Goblin.
Yeah, we love goblins.
Goblin.
I still don't know why we're not Montleonising. Because it would have played that cloud.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was he doing? He was meant to be good today. Fish, you're letting me down.
Fish, you're gonna have to rewatch this, and
I'm just waiting for him to riffle shuffle my deck and I'll go over there and hit him. You'll see me on stream all of a sudden.
police have got evidence of the GBH committed. It was live streamed.
Oh my god. So is he just discarding that? Oh no, there's no Kadaj on field anymore.
Kadaj was melted by an Ifrit or a Bahamut.
One of the two. Or maybe all of them.
Interchangeable.
Alright. It's the Emperor.
Emperor.
What are we doing with the Emperor? Or is it because there's an Alexander in hand? You just need to play a Windford.
Yeah, it could be. Or Connor's just flexing.
Kill Cloud?
Get
No.
out of here.
Surges? Oh, we
Roller.
love Magna Rhoda. It's got a haste and it makes him
Magna Rhoda.
discard a
Get rid of
card.
that. Yeah, there's
It's Cat 7 as well, isn't it?
There's a Shiva. No, I believe it's Cat 9, maybe? Cat 6.
Cat 6, okay.
I knew it wasn't Cat 7. I'm pretty
Bing,
familiar
bing.
with my enemy monsters in Final Fantasy 7. That one does not come up. But anyway, there we are. Another commanding victory for Icewind Crystals over Mono Fire.
Yeah,
Close,
and
but not close enough.
that is it for today.
Yep.
So I hope you all had a good time.
Join us on Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to be back for our LQ.
LQ here at Firestorm Games.
Should be 5 rounds,
Should-
I
yeah,
think, with the
looking at
number we
5
have.
rounds with
and
a
then
top 8 cut, best of 3.
I think
so
it's top 8, although
yeah.
I'm unsure on that one.
lots of Final Fantasy to be played.
A lot
We're
of different
gonna
decks, I'm hoping,
Crown a winner who's going to send them to the European Championships later in Milan.
which we're both going to,
Yeah, absolutely, we'll be there.
as are Connor and Kiddy currently, as
Yep.
well as some of the Bridgen
Yeah, a
boys.
few of us are already qualified, which is nice. So we're going to be adding one more to those ranks later this week on Saturday. so
Hopefully
please
it's
join
another
us.
Cymru Cacti lot.
We'll see. Yeah, join us on Saturday morning there. For
Yeah, that will
even
all be
more
published
Final
and shared
Fantasy.
around. So yeah, hopefully you're all free on Saturday to join us. We'll be